regularly scheduled time in its entirety.
These penalties in the kicking game are so crucial. This puts them way back deep in their territory now. They've got to be a little bit cautious offensively here. If they don't make a first down, Seattle may get the football in as good a field position as midfield, which then may decide the outcome of this game. These penalties in the kicking game are just devastating.
Sudden death overtime. 1st and 10 Philly from its own 8. Walker stood up, driven back by Stevens. A gain of 2. Forward progress by Herschel Walker. Will bring up a 2nd and 8.
Tyrone Rogers had a part of that play too, and that's, Philadelphia went right to the middle, right where we talked about, and Seattle rose to the occasion, certainly. Stevens stepped up, Rogers stepped up for the 2nd and 8.
Play action, a bootleg by Cunningham. What a hole in by Keith Byers for the first down. Byers had to reach behind him, spun around, what a snag.
Well, that's the same play he made the big gain on their touchdown drive. Here we're going to see the replay. It's a bootleg again. This is what Randall Cunningham has done many, many times in this game. There's somebody there waiting for him. He stops. You see Byers, he has to reach against the grain, against his direction his body was going, makes the catch and gets the first down.
A 13-yard snag for Byers, his 3rd catch of the afternoon. 1st and 10 from the 23. Walker cuts back, and Walker takes it up to the 30, a gain of 7 on a play by Herschel Walker. 13-15 and counting. In overtime, all tied at 17 apiece. 19 carries, 92 yards on the afternoon for Herschel Walker. So take a look at Tom Catlin, defensive coordinator for Seattle, and we see why that Seattle defense is rated number 7 in the NFL coming into today's ball game.
They certainly have been. They are competitive. They're without 2 of their better players, but they're one of the most competitive groups around.
On 2nd and 3, Herschel Walker, first down run by Walker, and he drags a couple of Seahawks with him. Eugene Robinson and Brian Davis begging Herschel to fall.
Herschel Walker now is going to find a lane. You see the lane is almost there for us as we look at this game. But watch the Philadelphia offensive line come off. Stevens doesn't step in the hole, doesn't make the tackle. Stevens could have gotten up in that hole a little better that time. I think he thought maybe Walker was going to cut back, but Walker just bursted straight ahead. And you can bet here he comes again.
Walker 70 yards shy of 1,000 for the season. On first down, no gain on the play. You see the time remaining in overtime, all tied at 17 apiece. Philadelphia with a record of 8-5, Seattle 2-11.
They came off the corner that time with the outside linebacker and got Walker in the backfield.
And the result, a loss of 1 on the play. 2nd and 11. Cunningham complete to Barnett. Barnett up to the 45, a gain of about 8. And again, here's what's at stake. Philadelphia in a wild card race with these teams here. 3 squads will get in. Green Bay sitting on the outside looking in. As you take a look at the remaining schedule of Philadelphia, Washington, and Green Bay, and as we mentioned before, Philadelphia will host the Redskins next week. Green Bay playing later on tonight against Houston. Philadelphia has called a timeout, leaving it with 1. Seattle has 2. Kotite discussing it. Tie ball game at 17.
Panasonic presents a unique and highly evolved Smooth Operator. The new Smooth Operator 2 with float control is the only razor to unite the comfort of twin independent floating heads with the closeness of a warm, wet shave. Don't try this with any plugged-in razor. The new Smooth Operator wet dry razors from Panasonic, smoother than you ever thought you would be.
The magic of the holidays. It's captured in holiday cards, holiday carols, and holiday windows. Now MasterCard offers a little magic of our own. Master Values, an exclusive program that saves you up to 25% instantly when you use MasterCard at thousands of stores nationwide. Look for offers with your monthly statement. Master Values. It's like getting a gift when you buy a gift. Only from MasterCard.
47,000 plus on hand here at the Seattle Kingdom watching this interdivision matchup, make that interconference matchup between the Seattle Seahawks and the Philadelphia Eagles, all tied at 17 apiece. James Brown along with John Robinson. And following the conclusion of this ball game, 60 minutes will come your way, except for those of you on the West Coast and Mountain Time zones. You will see it at its regularly scheduled time in its entirety. May come down to that man right there, Roger Ruzek, hoping to get within field goal range. He has a season long of 50. That coming against the Denver Broncos. We're in overtime, all tied at 17 apiece.
Well, this is the biggest play of the season for them. 3rd down and 3. This call, they've got everything going on this call. Look for Keith Byers to be involved in this play again.
Williams in motion.
And here comes the blitz.
Sack. Blackman and Porter. Sack of the afternoon of Randall Cunningham. The most he had been sacked this season, the most allowed by Philadelphia was 6.
He's got no chance here. He's running a bootleg pattern against a safety blitz. Blackman is coming on him. He just doesn't have a chance for anything there. Excellent call.
Chris Warren. And Warren smartly let that one go. Good hustle on the part of the special team of the Eagles, Otis Smith and James Joseph, a 55-yard punt. So Seattle will get the ball with 10:36 remaining in overtime, all tied at 17 apiece. As you take a look at some scores, final scores from earlier today. Chicago winning for Mike Singletary in his last home game. Detroit knocking off Cleveland. Deion Sanders hauls in a 37-yard touchdown in that big victory over Tampa Bay. Wade Wilson 5 touchdown passes. Back here at the Kingdome, 1st and 10 from the 20 for Seattle. 10:36 left in overtime. Chris Warren. And Warren tripped up in a gain of only 1 will bring up a 2nd and 9. And John, again, I guess it bears repeating. Amazingly, Seattle only 68 total yards in the ball game, but all tied with Philadelphia at 17 apiece.
Well, their offense has not punished their defense. At least they're not doing much, but they're not getting them in a hole. They've got to try to do something here. They've got to try to complete a couple passes to get something. They can't just spend the rest of this overtime period without trying to put it up the field.
Complete to Brian Blades, and he's going to be down at the 30. We'll see where they spot it. It's close to a 1st down marker, that is. And it's going to be shy about 7-8 inches.
Here we see Blades on just the up and out. They've been trying to get this thing done all day. This time he gets the football out to him, and he makes the play. There was the touch before he got up. Sometimes, you know, they both fall on the ground, and the defensive back is so caught up with trying to deflect the pass they forget to touch it.
3rd and inches. And Warren has the inches necessary. First down for Seattle. 9 minutes and counting left in overtime. Washington a winner. Now needing a Green Bay loss along with a Philadelphia win to get into the playoffs.